Awesome. Here we are, James and Andy Diaz. James is our head of
Product.
product, and I am the director of sales here at Pay Retailers. And we are hosting a small segment where we're going to talk about a little bit about the World Cup. We're going to talk about how it's impacting LATAM and how we think it's going to be a great event. Hey, James, let's start it off. Why do you think it's going to be a great World Cup?
I think it's the largest World Cup ever, right? So more teams, more games. Um, I think the distribution of it is probably stronger than ever. So I think what happens normally in a World Cup is that if you're inside the host nation or the host nations, then it's an incredible experience, right? So you're watching football with fans from every corner of the world. Everybody's really happy. Um, uh, and the setup and the infrastructure is all there. But I think what's happened over the last kind of 2 to 3 tournaments is that experience has been exported everywhere else, right? So you see in LATAM, you see massive screens being erected like they were in the Brazil World Cup on the Copacabana. Um, you see all of the digital infrastructure being built around the World Cup as an experience. So you see games being shown not only on TV, but also via streaming solutions. You see specials being built by food and beverage retailers. You see specials being built by like e-mobility providers. Like the World Cup becomes ubiquitous basically across all of um, the verticals that have any relation to living the World Cup as an experience. And therefore, I think you can't get away from it. But if you love football,
I think it's a
then
hard
that
one. I
is
think
a wonderful thing.
definitely. I think everybody's talking about it. I think, people that are not even interested. I will tell you, actually, my brother today is not a football fan at all, and he's saying, Andy, we're getting hits this year. So, I think
You're getting
that is
kids.
how widespread a World Cup can get to, And I think, we if we bring it back to LATAM, first of all, we're looking at three countries that are organizing it: the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. So that's going to be massive for them. And if we kind of bring it to LATAM, we're looking at a very friendly schedule for them in terms of time zones. If we're looking at other previous World Cups, we're looking at Qatar, I don't know, even South Korea back in the day. It's events that you get games are at 3 in the morning, 6 a.m., very late, very and non-friendly. And I think for LATAM, this is a great time where every game is going to be at what midday, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., even 9 p.m. So it's going to be great for them in that respect.
Yeah, I agree, man. I also think in like Mexico in particular, Mexico is going to obviously obtain a huge amount of benefit from hosting a significant proportion of the games, and we'll see a lot of the economic traffic um, associated with the World Cup. Like a World Cup is an economic macrocosm in its own
Yeah.
right, right? Like it generates a huge amount of economic activity, and Mexico particularly will see a very large chunk of that. I think of the 3 countries, Mexico is probably the host countries. Mexico is the one with the biggest kind of amount of football DNA and the probably the biggest mass support for the game, and therefore I think being in Mexico and being Mexican during the World Cup will be a fantastic
Yeah.
experience.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna get very far. But hopefully
No, sadly not, man.
they'll probably qualify for the next round. I think it'll be hard not to qualify for the knockouts, given that there's a lot of really bad teams. But it'd be good for them. I think always going out in rounds is I think World Cup makes people happy. Football in general makes people happy, and I think it'll be a great event for them.